All right, gamers. We're gonna check out a very controversial upcoming game called The Day Before. Now, if you don't know anything about it, the game's very controversial because for a long time it's been announced, and then intermittently there's been some stories and lack of stories and info and lack of info from the developers and from other people whether or not this game's real. They launched a trailer, I think a couple years back, and it looked amazing. And then conflicting information would go back and forth. And then the game was delisted from Steam, and the reason was because of a trademark. And this was just, I would say a couple weeks ago. And they said that someone trademarked the name the day before, like a year ago or something. So that's why they had to delist the game from Steam, and that's the cause of some of the delays. And the game is certainly real. Now, the company that's putting this game out is apparently like either a mobile game company or a subsidiary of their parent mobile game company that apparently has made some games in the past and have abandoned those games into development. So they have made games before. They just didn't really follow through. They haven't made a looter shooter, you know, uh, shooting game like this that's similar to like the Division or Tarkov or whatever it is. But the gameplay that we saw a while back looked too good to be true. And if anything, we all know what it's like nowadays to have a movie, a comic book, a show, or a game come out that's so hyped, looks incredible. At the announcement, the trailer looks amazing, and when it comes out, it's downgraded, it's unfinished, it's buggy, whatever. I'll forgive a game more with bugs, but I can't count how many games that have come out that have either failed miserably because of how poorly put together they were, or how unfinished they were and deceptive they were when releasing the game. That's just a little bit of backstory. If you want to read more details into why it's controversial, there's been a lot of shady things regarding what the developers have said and what members of their community have said. So the developers just a few days ago had the issue of delisting it from Steam. That's where everybody went, ape crap, saying, "Oh my God, this game is legit fake confirmed." They removed it from Steam for some stupid reason. Again, they removed it because of some trademark on the name. Now they're releasing a trailer. They've kept the name, which is weird. The Day Before, and and I'm gonna assume that when you start this video, it's still gonna be called The Day Before. So I don't understand the trademark thing. Maybe they're speaking with the person and maybe they're going to work that out. I don't know. So it's still very confusing, but the developer said, "You know what? This game's not fake. We aren't using this hype uh hype train to fund our other projects. No, that's not the case. Certainly this game's real." And here on on the 2nd of February, we're going to release a trailer. And now here's the trailer. I want to watch it with you together, and I want to know what you all think, in the comments below. Let me know if this is real or not, what you think of the gameplay. I'm a huge fan of Tarkov. I have like maybe 2,500 hours into Tarkov. I don't play it on stream. I play it completely in my own time. And looting and shooting, I think, is the future of these multiplayer shooting games. That's just the way I think it's gonna go. PUBG had small elements of it, but it was more of an arcade version where you loot real quick, you loot your loadout instead of looting items to sell. You loot your loadout, you try and be the last person standing. Tarkov is, you get in, you loot items to sell on the market, you try and stay away from players or kill players, and you kill AI as well, and you try and get out. That's the point of the game. I don't know what the point of this game is. I don't know how many people are on the server. I don't know how many people you can have on your team. It doesn't say anything about that. So I haven't seen this yet. I'm curious to know what it's like. I'm very excited to see this. But again, I'm very skeptical. Regardless if this is good or not, I'm still skeptical. If the game comes out and it's crap, um, I'm not going to be surprised. So I just want to see what everyone else thinks. So we're going to watch this. Sorry for rambling. Hopefully it's not too loud. Okay. Say they're still calling it The Day Before. So what was the point of the trademark issue? Wow. Okay. Third person. This looks like Ellie or Laura Croft here. We're in a neighborhood. Looks very dense. Whoa. That's a beautiful cityscape. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, I don't see like a menu or a HUD or anything, but that's common in trailers. The developers usually disable that in the menu to make the game look more cool. So maybe you could turn that on. There's another person running with her. I don't know if that's like an AI or if that's a real person. So let's just be honest. This is probably scripted. This entire thing is scripted. If I was a developer, I certainly wouldn't leave my, hyped up trailer to chance. You would script some things and then hopefully fulfill those situations when you develop it to be more organic and consistent. But we'll see. I don't know if you can loot all those cars. Let's see how much you can loot. Can you loot the mailbox? Check the mail. Shit. Okay, you're going in the house. Footsteps change on the hardwood. All right. Oh, okay. Crafting station. I'm getting like Last of Us 2 vibes. So you can craft a bunch of items. Oh, look, you can dismantling. What is she dismantling? Does she have that in her inventory? So you can make bandages, 7.62 ammo, Tylenol, handmade grenade, and flash. Ooh, okay. So just like Tarkov, you have your gun customization menu. Muzzle, handguard, magazine, pistol grip, sight, receiver. Is there like a forward? Okay, tactical grip. There you go. This is, see, that's what I'm saying. Tarkov is like inspiring so many other games. Okay, there's a suppressor. That suppressor looks a little thin for 7.62, but maybe it's legit. Yep, that handguard's also a common item in Tarkov. I forgot the company. Is it BCM that makes that? I think I have that handguard sitting in my closet right there. Just to be in spirit of this, let's just pause this for a second. Let's just be in spirit. Okay. I got the 150 round drum on this joint. So let's see what's going on here. Even got my light on and everything. This is my AR with my Vortex sight, Strike Eagle. Beautiful. Hey boys. My dogs are on my feet. All right, let's see. Okay, you got your sights. You got those crappy hollow sights there that, in my opinion, aren't that good. In real life, those hollow sights stink. Those reflex sights. That's an ACOG. That's like a $2,000 sight. You could probably get it for like 15 or maybe 1,000 used. There's the EOTechs. EOTechs are super expensive. That's like $450, $500 in real life. This looks pretty smooth so far though. Okay, so that's the crafting bench. I didn't really see how many items you need to craft that item. Or maybe she was taking the gun parts from her inventory in her backpack and putting that together. So maybe she had those items. Okay, that's blocked off. This looks good. See the reflection of the oven there? I mean, it's not really a reflection, but it's like plastic. It's cool. Like glass almost. I wonder how many buildings you can go into. This looks fairly dense. I would assume some houses are blocked off. And I don't... Is there any way that city is real where you can actually go into that city? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That cityscape? Why does it look so close all of a sudden? How far did they run? Was this like this before? Hold on. I could have sworn when they were running earlier. Hold on. Okay, maybe. Yeah, because if you look down the street, so she went into this house here on the left, right? Or she passed this house and went into the next house. And then there's this like little slope down the street into this little, I want to say like kind of suffocated area of, maybe it's like a zone or a gate to get into the zone, barricaded gate or something. And I don't know. The buildings look so much closer, but you can see the buildings on the right here. I don't know if that's like a church or something, or if that's just a skyscraper further down. You could see that the pixels are a little bit primitive just because of how far it is. So I'm sure once you get closer, but the buildings on the right look less developed than the like the Empire State Building lookalike down in the middle of the screen. But again, this is a scripted trailer, so take everything with a grain of salt here. I just want to see where because she went into this house. Okay, never mind. So there is like a gate there. It's weird. I'm curious about this story because there's cars just sitting in the, like, near houses. There's lights on the house on the right. So what happened? People just disappeared? Did people just die all of a sudden, like some sort of toxin in the air? You would, I don't know, just I feel like there'd be more chaos in the environment. I'm just nitpicking, but okay, so she is right there. All right, sorry. So she's gonna leave the house. So it's now. Is it a little darker? Yeah. So there is a day-night cycle. Ty, what are you chewing on? Oh no. Look what he did. This was my dusty thing. What did you do that for? I have to go back now. Bad boy. Let me see the recoil. So it's third person shooting? So she's aiming, but you're not seeing the sight. So the dot goes away when you obviously don't aim. So I like that. I like how the dot's not there. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about a dot. I feel like I'm so used to Tarkov with not having like a dot on your screen, and you the player have to decide where the bullets are gonna go, or know where the bullets are gonna go. It's more strategic and difficult, but whatever. I wonder if you can actually look at your holo sight and look at the reticle. So they're playing a little tactically. I like that. Fried crispy chicken. FCC. Dude, this is dense. Just look at the right side of the street there. Look at that. This goes pretty far down. You got buildings on the right. This looks legit like a regular street. I wonder where this is. This could be like the upper west side in Manhattan, maybe, with all the trees. Are you just gonna make all this noise? Is it because I'm not paying attention to you, buddy? I have a miniature Australian Aussie, and dude, they're like, I said I miss Australian Aussie. I have a mini Aussie. Okay, there's an alarm. Oh wow, look, the numbers are rubbed off. So that's how, is she guessing by that? Oh yeah. So those 4 numbers that are rubbed off are probably the ones that have been used for the code. Smart. Okay, you have to hold F down to search. Huh. Tarkov, you have to just press F and it opens a container or a box or whatever you're searching, and then there's like a timer in which each item is exposed. So it's the same kind of concept. It's just this one does it. You just have to hold the button down, which I don't know. Tarkov is scarier because when you press F, you're in a separate menu that covers your screen. So if someone's coming at you, you have to quickly get out of the menu and orient yourself to shoot. This one, you can still keep an eye on your surroundings while you're searching. I gotta say, I'm a little surprised on how good this looks with the haze and the smog. Look at this. I want to know if you can go to those buildings, or if this is a cutoff map. But it doesn't matter if you can. This is all scripted. Okay. Oh look, you can see the indicators on which cars you can open. I wonder if you can move your camera around while you're holding F. Painkillers. This is just like Tarkov. This is super dense. I'm surprised on how dense the environments are. Sales food market. That's like Whole Foods. Soul food market. Whole Foods, soul food. I get it. Willow's like Wendy's. Dude, look at this. Is this serious? Are they serious about this? So here's the thing. Before we continue to watch this, with all the controversy that this game was getting, right? With even their own Discord members, and mind you, they haven't sold anything. They're not selling memberships. They don't have a GoFundMe. They don't. Actually, I don't know if they don't have a GoFundMe, but um, they're not asking for money. They haven't raised a ton of money from people to buy like in-game items yet. So I have to give them that. The incentive for greed here isn't really there because they haven't really sold us anything besides an idea and a trailer. Uh, so the weird part about this is like if this is what your game's been looking like, why not have a development series? You know, having like a 2 or 3 minute development series from a point of from a perspective of a developer, maybe even making this trailer or making this scene just be transparent. I think a lot more people would be backing you up. You could even open up a donations channel just by being transparent and communicative. I just don't understand the mystery and the hiding. Um, Hideo Kojima is a Japanese developer who's known for hiding his games, not exposing every detail during development and making it as like almost like a puzzle you have to put together. I don't know if these guys are Chinese, or what country they are from Asia, but I mean, if that's their method, then it doesn't really work because we have no idea who you are. If it's like your second game and we knew the first game was a mystery and then you're doing it for the second game and you want people to be hyped and super hyped when you drop any content that's sparse and rare, then I get it. But, this is your first big game like this. People are, you know, skeptical on whether it's real or not. Why wouldn't you release more development series? I mean, look, this looks really good. I don't think anyone would complain or criticize them for releasing any like just anything. I mean, this took a lot of time to make. Why be so quiet during that time and let people speculate? Oh, okay, now you can. Okay, she's looking through her right eye. I wonder if you can do left shoulder peeking, and I wonder if you can lean left or right. Look how dense this looks. Look at the building up there on the left, the brick apartment building, and then the road curves to the right on the left hand side. There's a bunch of buildings there. This looks like a pretty large map. If this is a real map, I'm wondering. Look at the size of that gate on the right there. Wow, and there's more buildings down there. I wonder where the electricity is coming from. I would assume the electricity would be out. Okay, so those are zombies. They've evaded the zombies. Dude, look how dense this looks. Got a guard tower there. I'd be very curious if this is online or if they're just playing co-op single player. Um, I doubt this would be online unless they have other developers on the server. But again, if there were other players on the server, I would assume they would hear like gunshots in the background. And if you're making a dope trailer and you want kind of hint that this is a multiplayer game and they're on a server, you would have people like fighting other zombies somewhere else, right? That's just my idea. And I'm curious, like how far can zombies hear? If there's a player on the other side of that gate and they're maybe 500 yards away and they're shooting something or they make some noise, will those zombies then just go run away from that area towards them and then you can kind of continue along and not have to worry about them? Is that how it works? I wonder how long their sound range is. Damn, you could open a lot of shit. Okay, there's some single spaces and items that take up 2 spaces. I noticed that. He doesn't have a suppressor on his gun. I don't think so. This looks really good. Now you can see the lighting there is a little, there's no flickering. That's a very primitive shadow for the barrel, which is fine. Again, the amount of density in this map is kind of crazy for them to just have like no flickering, a big circular shadow on that. But whatever. Isn't that weird? And nothing's like fluttering in the wind, nothing's moving in the wind. It's all very static, except that I think I saw that tart moving. Okay, so you have to go in your menu and drink something. Maybe you can hotkey it or something. There's the HUD. So 100 out of 100. Okay, so it does show you your ammo count. A little arcadey there. Tarkov doesn't show you your ammo count. You have to pretty much know how many bullets you shoot and then reload your magazine bullet by bullet. So you can't loot the zombies. Am I right? Did she not? Did the indicator show up on the zombies? She was running during the menu open. Yeah, she's running while the menu's open. So the tarp is moving by the wind. Yo, this is dense. Okay, so there's the huge buildings. Can you go into any of those? I can't imagine that. There's probably a couple buildings you could go into, but dude, this looks good. There, you can open the trunk to that car. I wonder if there's any parkour. Jumping. Is there jumping in this game? Vaulting. I haven't seen her jump yet. Usually if there was jumping, they'd probably show it. So maybe this is like the Division. I don't think you can jump in the Division. I really don't like when games don't add a jump. And you have to traverse the environment like just by running and then vaulting over things. I love games that have a jump. It makes gunfighting more tactical. I don't know. Like if you're gonna make a game this cool looking and realistic, why not just add a jump? But I don't know, maybe there is a jump. See, now this is the question for the people who are haters and saying the game is fake. I don't see the financial incentive to faking this, and I don't understand. I mean, this takes a long time. Even if this is a fake game, setting this up in like Unreal 5 or something, dude, it would take you forever. I don't care how skilled you are at making metropolitan environments. Just making this area here would take a very long time. Not to mention all the buildings, the lighting, the sound effects. So maybe this game is real, and maybe it'll come out and blow everybody's mind and shut down all the haters, make all the haters look stupid. I didn't have a an opinion one way or another. I was just kind of waiting to see what happens because I really wanted this to be real. So I was like, you know what? I'll just wait. Oh. Okay, they wasted a lot of rounds there. Hold on. Is there bullet holes behind her? Okay, there's bullet holes there. So the bullets don't go through the zombies. So the ballistics maybe will be worked out later, but in Tarkov, again, I'm comparing this game to Tarkov because a lot of these new games are coming out of, being inspired by Tarkov. In Tarkov, there's ballistics and physics. Like you can get shot by a bullet in your leg and the bullet might ricochet and travel up or fracture and have little pieces of metal go throughout your chest and black out your arm and stuff like that. The bullets can go through depending on the caliber and the penetration and velocity. So you can shoot, a multiplayer away, like far away, and the bullet might go through their head into the next player next to them, and you can have a collateral. If you shoot a player along a wall, the bullets will go through the player if they don't fracture and break up inside, and you'll see bullet holes of blood on the wall behind them, so the bullet's actually passing through their body. I haven't seen that here yet. Now, the only thing that's going to make this game suck or die quickly is if this is just another Left 4 Dead or a War Z or just another third person. Just like that game when, what was it, on PlayStation 5 or 4, the zombie game Days Gone. Like what would separate that game from this game? So the multiplayer element for this game is very important. How many players there are, how dynamic is the loot, what can you do with the loot afterwards, how do you upgrade things, do you have a hideout, can you build facilities or take over facilities, and how long do they last on a server when our server wipes. All those are big questions for this game that can make or break. He took a while. He looked like a soldier there. Maybe he's got armor on. All right, that's it. That is the trailer that they use to shut people up. But the game is still called Days Gone, so I don't understand their whole concept of taking it off Steam and saying, well, we're having issues because of
the day before, November 10th.
The day before. Okay, November 10th. Shit. Add it to wish list. So I guess I don't know. Maybe they kept the name. I don't know. What do you think? Did I miss anything? Did you have any opinions on that? Are you a fan of this game? Are you a hater of this game and think it's still bullshit? I want to know. Let me know down below. And thanks for watching this. Don't forget, I have a main channel. It's youtube.com/tvggamesco. I play dating simulators from adult dating simulators from indie developers. And that sounds silly, but some of these developers are world class. Like if they made a AAA title, it'd probably be amazing. Or if they made like a QTE game, or like a what's that game, like Detroit Become Human, that kind of game. Some of these developers would probably knock it out of the park. And no, they make adult games and dating simulators, so those games are barely ever recommended or shown on platforms like YouTube and other similar platforms. So I play those games on YouTube, I censor them, and I put them on Patreon the way they're meant to be seen. So if you want to support me, go to patreon.com/tvgg. And if you want to see other game reviews, show reviews, movie reviews, whatever it is, or if you have any recommendations, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much. I love you. Stay gaming. Take care of yourself mentally. And yeah, we'll see you soon.